Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I'm an accountability coach and the author of Get Resultsology, The Science of Getting Stuff Done. I work with people who run their own business, no boss, distractions everywhere, and never enough hours in the day. Together, we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus, and follow through on the big ideas that actually move the needle. That's what I call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow, and repeat. So if that's the kind of breakthrough that you've been looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to say that our guest expert today is Candy Motzek. Candy is a business coach who helps aspiring coaches leave their 9-to-5 and build profitable, fulfilling businesses. A former corporate executive and engineer, she blends strategy and mindset work to help clients gain clarity, confidence, and momentum. Her calm, supportive style empowers high-achieving professionals to sign their first or next clients and scale with ease. Candy's mission is to help coaches create a business they love, make a real impact, and enjoy the freedom to live life on their own terms. I love that. Candy, welcome to Goalbusters.
Hey, Robin, thanks so much for having me. Really looking forward to the conversation.
I am too. I'm really looking forward to it. Whereabouts in the world are you, Candy?
Yeah, so I'm just outside of Vancouver, Canada. So all the way across the world from you, good 9-hour flight from you. And it's a gorgeous summer day here.
Sounds great. And I think we established before the call, you're actually in the garden shed, which is a very posh looking garden shed. I like that.
Yes. Yeah, it's called the She Shed here.
Of
It's
course
a place, instead of the man cave, this is where the women can go and have their time, do their life. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That's brilliant. I think I must get one of those myself. But of course, it'd be called a man cave, wouldn't it, in my case? All right. Shall we start the questions? Because I'm waffling on and we haven't started the questions.
Yes.
All right, I'll get the clock up on the screen. And there it goes.
Had the pressure with that clock.
Yes,
Oh
yes, lots of pressure, and you're talking over it already, so that's just going to cost us in the end. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. Candy, we've already alluded to it in the introduction, and you mentioned it a little bit there. Who is your ideal client, please?
So my ideal client are high achievers, and these are people that have done everything that they're supposed to do in the world. They have got the degrees, they've got a great job, they've done it all. And then they realize that it's not what they want. They want more freedom, they want to have more impact. And most of the time, they're coming out of the corporate world and they're realizing that they've been checking the box, and when you check the boxes, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a fulfilled life. So now it's time for something different. It's time for them to say yes to themselves, to the kind of career that they want, and that turns into coaching.
That's brilliant. And you've already covered some of the ground by this, what we would cover in the second question, but I'm sure you solve more than one problem. So could you tell us, please, what exactly are the problem or problems that you solve?
Yeah, so the nut of the problem is how to launch a business and then how to create an exit plan so that you don't have to leave your day job, but you can if you want to. And that is a place of real freedom to know that, I've created this. This is real security, having my own business. And now it's up to me to decide what I want to do.
Perfect. That's a great answer. Thank you very much. I love that. All right. So what is one valuable free action that the audience can implement that will help them to solve that problem?
So I think this goes for all businesses, is consume less and implement more. It is so easy for us to get that dopamine hit. Take another course, follow another guru, look at another free lead magnet, try a new path. And it's very exciting until it gets hard. And then so often it's easy for us to go, oh, well, that must not be the right way. So instead, just make a decision and decide I'm going to learn something and then I'm going to apply it. And I know that it's going to be tough, and in that it can be rewarding and enjoyable too. So consume less, implement more.
Yes. And it gives you a more chance of mastering it as well, doesn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. And less
absolutely.
rushing and pressure.
Yes, absolutely. All right. I could probably expand on that for about an hour, but that would break the format of the show. So we need to move on
I
to the
know. I'm
next
looking at the
question.
clock too, and I'm going,
Well, we've
don't
got
ask
plenty.
the question.
We've got plenty of time, Candy, believe it or not. But on that particular topic, there's a lot. You cover a lot of ground in that short answer. So now that we have a better understanding of what you do, let's dive into goal busting, focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve business goals. So, could you share any tips or advice for someone looking to improve their productivity habits? And I think you probably could.
Yeah, hopefully. So there's a couple of things that I've really learned. And I saw this on a video years ago, and I show it to all of my clients as well. And it's this video that's called Switch Tasking is a Thief. And so this is the place where we think we're really being productive, but in the end, what we're doing is we're spending way more energy and bandwidth in switching tasks instead of focusing. And so then that also moves into the other piece that I really like, and it's one word, it's batching. And so a perfect example is I'm a podcast host as well. And I know that if I want to get ahead of the game, I like to record probably 2 to 3 weeks worth of episodes at a time. And so that's it. It's like, this is podcast week. This is when I get all the things related to my podcast done. Different people have different ways. For me, what I notice is it takes me a long time to get going and to get into that flow. And I used to really struggle with that, but now I know it's actually part of the process. So if I'm in that spinning my wheels time, I don't freak out and leave it. I'm like, oh, no, no, this is how we start. We always freak out and spin our wheels. And then we can hit flow. And then once I'm in flow, then don't stop. Just keep going until the project is done.
Yeah, this is why we do this show, because there are so many different strategies, and you've just really highlighted the point there that self-awareness of what works for you is highly, highly, highly significant and important. And everybody has different things that works for them. And so when you become self-aware of it, instead of being worried about it, you learn to work with it. And I love that you've described a really perfect example of that.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on, if I could just ask you one final question, and I don't know what it is. What should I have asked you today that I didn't? And your answer, please.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny. Before I came in, I had the perfect question. Maybe, does it ever get easier? Does it ever get easier to be productive?
Okay,
That would be a
and does
question.
it?
It's a split. Yes and no. Yes, if you, like you said earlier, become really aware of your patterns. And it's not just the awareness, it's awareness without harsh judgment. So it's like the example that I gave. I know that I'm going to spin my wheels when it's time to record a bunch of episodes. Can I be aware of that and not internally go, oh my gosh, Candy, what are you doing? Why are you wasting time? And like adding that pressure. So can I? Yes. Do I? Not always, but I think that it's a journey, it's a growth process, right? So there's the question and the answer.
Yeah, it's a great answer, and I agree with you. But I think it also stems back to the point that you've been making for the last two questions, which is self-awareness. You know, if you
Yeah,
know that you're going to spin your wheels for a while, but then it gets done, then that's fine. Okay, that's what happens. But if you stress about it and you just think, oh my goodness, there's something wrong, then it probably won't get done, and that's when you've got a problem, and the non-productive behavior continues.
100%. You know, when you have that emotion of feeling pressured, um, what happens is you look at all the things you don't do. You don't sit down and get it done. You spend way more time judging yourself. and you spend way less time actually moving forward on the task. And the result of that pressure is that you don't get things done. So you actually delay the activity. It's not a very helpful approach, but it's so ingrained, really easy to forget that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that was brilliant. Thank you so much. You packed so much into that time. We did it. We actually did it in 7 minutes, and then I spoilt it all by carrying on waffling. But that's down to me, not down to you. Thank you so much. Candy, that has been excellent. So I just have one final question, which is a two-parter, and I always ask it here, which is, how can people reach you if they want to find out more about you? And also, talking about finding out more about you, is there like a valuable free resource? Because sometimes people, before they get in touch with you, they just want to just have a little taste of what you do, and a valuable free resource is usually the perfect way to do that.
So, yes, and yes, the easiest way to find out more about me is to come and listen to my podcast. You are listening or watching here, and then you can just go over and have a listen to my show as well. It's called She Coaches Coaches. And if you're on YouTube, you're going to recognize my face. It's on the little thumbnail there. So that's the easiest way to come into my world and learn some more, meet some of the guests that I have on my show. And the valuable free resource, because this is all about getting things done, this show, I'd like to share my Momentum Builder. It is a journaling exercise that coaches and other business owners can use to build that self-awareness so that you actually are making more progress on your goals. And I know you're going to share the link in the episode notes.
Share it. I'm going to go and get my own copy. Are you kidding?
Fantabulous.
No, it sounds brilliant. Yeah, of course I'm going to share it, but I might have to use it as well, because I like pinching other people's ideas. Well, I don't pinch. I borrow with gratitude is how I put it. But others might.
I think we all do the same.
Yes, I think we all do the same. Candy, that has been truly wonderful, fascinating. So much of what you said resonated with me and for me, and I really wanted to extend this out to about a 2-hour conversation, which would have bored everyone but you and me senseless. But you covered so much ground in 7 minutes. There's some real nuggets in there, and if people didn't get it all in the first listening to, I encourage them to go back and listen again, because there's a lot in what you said today. So Candy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Robin. Really appreciate the conversation.
I appreciate it too, and I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on to Goalbusters today. So just for me to say, remember everybody, keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.